Oh my gosh, there's eyes. Okay, I guess that's just a cat. I was about ready to freak out. Hey everybody, we are getting ready to head out to do our nighttime chores, and we thought we'd show you what our routine's like. Nighttime chores are pretty easy because all we do is basically have to pin everybody up, all the animals up, and gather eggs and all that, but they're one of our least favorite things to do because we always have to do them at night after dark, and it's kind of creepy coming out here. But first we come into this coop right here, and this is a coop we're keeping our meat birds. We're going to be butchering them this weekend, so they're pretty big, actually. But we normally keep our meat birds in here, but once we let them loose to free range, we had some of our layers come back over here because they really like this coop. And they lay over here in this nesting box. We always have a few eggs to gather in there. And this right here is one of our chicks that hatched. I don't know if you've watched one of our other videos on our broody hens. This is one of our chicks. It's gotten pretty huge. And there's the one broody hen and the mama to them right there. I'm not sure which one of those is the other mama, but... And over here, there's two more chicks.
Three more. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's their mama right next to them, right over there in the corner. Yep.
This one's really pretty.
Yes,
that one's my favorite.
It is a very pretty one. Looks like everybody's in here, so we'll shut up the coop for tonight for them. Whenever we're doing nighttime chores, we usually like to go together because it's kind of dark and creepy, and you never know what kind of creepy things might lurk around, right?
Yeah. Possums and skunks.
Possums and skunks, that's right. We haven't really ran on any skunks or anything, but we've had an incident or two with possums around here, and that's pretty creepy.
I've seen possums. I've seen them, and they're creepy.
They are creepy, but they're really harmless. We found that out. They don't carry rabies or anything like that, so that made us feel a little bit better, but still, they're creepy to run into in the dark. Next, we come over to this coop. And in here, we have a few birds. We used to have more layers, but all them layers moved up there. But we have a few in here. And we check the egg boxes in here. They usually go over to the other coop and lay if they're going to, so it doesn't look like we have any new eggs together in here. Over here we have our little chickies that we hatched in the incubator a while back. They've really grown. We have them separated because they still get picked on by the bigger ones. They're just about big enough to get...
There's something cute that I like doing. She doesn't like being holded.
Yeah, Miley's taming that one to lay in her arms. She's so sweet.
This is my favorite one. I don't like this Boostle. He always tries to attack me for some reason.
Yeah.
Boostles don't like me.
I just don't know what the deal is, but that little guy right there, he'll chase Miley and act like he's going to get her. And he's not even that big yet. Just something about roosters, isn't there, Miley? Okay. This is the coop we are always kind of be cautious in, because one time we came out here and we looked and there was a possum right there eating out of a chicken feeder, and it was really freaky. It just freaked us out. And so we're kind of always a little on the leery side when we come in here. And then one night we also came in here. We were kind of goosey. We were gathering eggs and looking around, and everything was fine and like normal, and we started to leave, and Brooke walked out ahead of me, and she was wearing boots and PJ bottoms, and she had her PJ bottoms rolled up so her boot tops were open. And you see that bird right up there? That one always likes to roost on the top of the door. Well, she walked out, and then right after that, I walked right underneath that bird right there, and it pooped. And the poop landed on my shoulder, and then bounced off and landed right inside of her boot as she was taking a step. So when she stepped down, she felt something warm and squishy in there, and
I thought it was a mouse.
She thought it was a mouse, and she starts freaking out and jumping around and shaking her leg. Do you want to demonstrate to how you were doing that?
No.
It was so hilarious. And she was screaming, and I was laughing because I seen the poop fall in there and everything. I was trying to tell her it was just poop, and anyway, once everything calmed down, I told her what it was, and we stood out here for 5 minutes just laughing. It was so hilarious. But she screamed so much that it made my husband come open up the door at the house and ask if everything was all right out here. But what are the odds that poop would fall into your boot like that? I mean, that's just crazy. Okay. Next we come out to the barn. We gather the eggs out here. Oh my gosh, there's eyes. Okay, I guess that's just a cat. I was about ready to freak out. Okay. There's our little goaties. They always come out and say hi to us. Hey, Sugar. There's Xenia and Sugar. And there's Sweet Pea right there. Hey, Sweet Pea. Okay. First we come in here and we check to make sure all the chickens are in here and everything. Our barn's kind of a mess right now, but we're fixing to do a big clean, and then during the winter time we usually run the chickens into their coops over here. But during the summer, we usually just let them roost wherever they want in the barn, because it's usually so hot. When it's cold, it's usually warmer in the coop for them. So we'll probably start running them in there now that it's getting cool. But I want to clean everything up really good first. And once we do that, we will for sure put them in there. But right now, they're all in their normal, usual spots. Chickens are so routine. They gotta have everything the same all the time. They all stay in the same spots.
I like scaring Neville.
You do?
I only did it once, and it was dark and we had a flashlight, and then seeing this Neville, there's my arms up like that. He's going back, just being all scary.
Yeah, he's pretty funny to scare, isn't he? Maybe we can scare him tonight. We usually come over here and shine the flashlight at him right there and say, "Hey, Neville."
Neville.
He usually cackles at us.
Neville.
There's Neville and there's Muffy. Okay, first of all, we have to look all over the barn for eggs, because our chickens don't lay in the nesting boxes. So, first place we always check is up here There aren't any there today, but there's a couple down there. So we'll get those.
There's feathers on it.
Oh, I could get the feather.
That looks like a black chicken.
And then we always have to feed Muffy some soaked grain because she's such a spoiled little chicken. Oh,
Muffy
we have to go around to the other side. There she's eating. There's Neville cackling at us. Okay, while she's doing that, we'll go in here and gather these eggs. Now that the days are shorter and it's gotten colder out, our chickens haven't been laying as many eggs as they normally do. Egg production's dropped off a lot, so we're only getting about maybe half as many as what we normally get every day. So then we always have to check under this chicken right here. She's Miss Broody, being all broody right now. She usually doesn't have anything underneath it. Ouch! She usually doesn't have anything underneath of her, but I check anyway just to be sure.
She's just a black.
Then we usually come over here, and there's a nest right back there. Excuse me, chickens. Open the gate carefully so the chickens don't lose their balance. And there's usually a nest right over here with a couple of eggs in it. But it doesn't look like there's any in there today, so then we usually check over here. The chickens like to lay in the hay bales. One time, well, they usually have a nest in the crack down in there sometimes, and they usually have a bunch of eggs in there, but they haven't been laying in there for a while. But one time we came out here and we looked in there, and there were some beady eyes staring at us, and that possum was in there. Man, that was pretty creepy. But luckily my husband was with me that day and he got him out for me, so I didn't have to, but that was really creepy. And then we usually have to check back here. There hasn't been any eggs back here for a while, but they like to lay back there. And then they also like to lay behind this thing. But I don't think there's been any eggs back there for a while either, so. And then our chickens also like to lay on the other side of the barn where we have more hay stored. But we don't gather those at night because it's really dark. Too creepy to go back there. But we'll check there in the morning for eggs. So, once all the eggs are gathered, then we turn off the lights and we get ready to head back up there to the house.
See if I can scare Neville again.
Let's try to scare Neville. Okay. I'm going to shut the light off. Neville's not too chattery tonight. Normally he just crowing and chattery and everything, but must be too cold for him tonight. Oh, there he goes. Something spooked him. Okay. Once we're done with that, we'll shut up the barn, or close up the barn. And there's all the goats. Their glowing little eyes.
Sheepy came out.
There's Sweet Pea. Hi, Sweet Pea. There's a Sweet Pea.
If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.